The day has finally come to give the E36 some much needed love. So I got like a lot of parts that I will be installing over the course of this weekend. So that pretty much I have half a day today and tomorrow to get all this done and then be able to keep on track with the rest of the cars. So I gotta show you guys exactly what I'm gonna be installing on the E36 as I come back for the channel. I know I haven't posted in like over a month, but I've been working really hard. You guys saw what I've been doing. I've been working on the R33 Skyline. That thing came out awesome. I put all my effort into that thing to make it super nice. Whoever wins the car, congratulations. So you're gonna have a really awesome car. But now I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do on the E36. Let me show you guys these awesome parts. First off, on today's video, we're going to be installing a Condor speedshop solid steering shaft upgrade. So my steering shaft, that the stock one kind of sucks, so Condor speedshop makes a really cool one with a nice stainless steel solid bar and U-joints on the top and bottom of the joints, so you have solid steering wheel response, and especially when you're drifting you don't have that wiggly steering wheel or any play at all. So I'll be installing this first thing today. Then I ended up having to buy a TPS because my TPS went bad. And also, I wonder what kind of shirt did I get on this thing. I want to open this. Oh my god, yes. It's an E36 shirt. Look at this. I love this. I'm gonna wear this when I go to meets now. Aha, there you go. How does this look on me? It looks like my car, except without the white body kit, but yes. Thank you so much, Condor Speed Shop. I gotta install your parts today and to make my car one step better. Following up in the lineup, we got Nuke Performance. Nuke Performance actually sent me a while ago, and I'm sorry I haven't been able to install it in time. I've been so eager to install this. It's been in that yellow and black box since forever, and I have a surge tank, so I'm gonna be putting 2 Deatschwerks pumps in there, but this time I only have one, so I'm gonna only put 1 pump in there. And then I got that really awesome oil catch can that I installed on the R33. They sent me another one to replace it, so I'm gonna have one of the same ones on my E36. Then I got a really cool billet fuel rail that I'm gonna be installing. You have some stainless steel brackets, fuel pressure gauge, which I will probably be putting a electric pressure gauge on it so I can monitor it through the computer, but I don't know yet. I got some extra fittings that I asked for, and then depending on my configuration, and I got this really cool Y blocks so I can have from one line and spread it into 2, possibly for the fuel rail. So let's see what do I do with that. I gotta show you guys the awesome quality of this product. Let me open at least a surge tank so you see exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, how do I open this? In here, flip it like this. We got baggies of lots of things that come with the kit. I got more fittings, and then we gotta unbox this baby. Look how cool this unit looks. It's all CNC machined very nice quality. I love just how every single part of this thing has been like, it's like a work on art. Then connection is very simple. So you got positive for pump 1, positive pump 2, and then ground for both pumps. Then over here you have 3 fittings. So one of them is going to be returned from the engine. Then you got feed from the gas tank, return to the gas tank, and you got this huge dash 10 fuel outlet that goes to the engine, which I'm gonna put a reducer here because I'm gonna be running dash 8 line. So this thing actually provides all the way to dash 10. Oh, okay, fitting. Well, back to this. This thing actually can supply a lot of fuel, but I'm not gonna be going that extreme, so I'm only gonna be using dash 8, same as I did on the R32 Skyline. So yeah, we're gonna have like a lot of fuel. But then all that fuel is no good if you have nowhere to actually deliver it through the engine, which is the next part to come in place. We got this beautiful billet fuel rail. I'll try to open this. More fittings and accessories, really cool. Then we take all this wrapping very carefully, and we have a beautiful Nuke Performance fuel rail. Let me show you guys the quality on this. You got the actual fuel rail part that holds the injectors on the bottom, and then they have this nice lip. The coil harness and injector harness goes right between the fuel rail and the valve cover. This nice lip, so it kind of like covers the wiring a little bit for an ultra clean look. Also makes this fuel rail look massive. If you look at it from this angle, it's like, whoa, that's a big fuel rail, but then it's not like the biggest thing ever. It's just very detail oriented to make your car look really cool. Then last but not least, the oil catch can I have right here is really cool. 1 liter competition catch can. This thing is the best in the business when it comes to baffling and separating oil from the fumes on the engine, so you can actually filter your gases and bend your valve cover and not spit oil all over the place. It even has a nice dipstick. It even has this nice dipstick so you can check your oil level without having to remove the unit. And then a very nice, easy to access drain port all the way in the bottom. Then you got 2 inlets if you want to use 2 inlets or 1. And then the outlet also has this nice little mesh part inside. And so take this off, and then you can see it all the way in there, which I don't think I have enough lighting for it. There you go. Now you can see the mesh. There it is. Now moving up a little bit to the left, we got Deatschwerks. Deatschwerks actually sent me some other really cool, I think these are no, I don't know what's what. I'm gonna have to open everything, but in here should be 1600cc DV2 injectors that I'm gonna be using to run E85 on the E36. I got a fuel pump, fuel filter bracket, I know that's this, and then the other thing, what was the other thing? A fuel pressure regulator. Yes, I think the fuel pressure regulator is this bigger box. And then over here I have Deatschwerks bulkhead adapters, which I'm going to try and use this on the factory fuel sending unit to try to convert it to 6AN outlet and inlet. So hopefully I can do that. If not, then I have these backup fittings that I'm gonna be using to have the return or feed in barb. Over here we have the fuel filter, which I already put the mesh inside, and then I got this little spring part that keeps pressure on the mesh, and then I got some fittings that I'm gonna be using for in and out outlet and some O-rings for it. Then behind this we have, oh, here we go, these are the injectors. We got plugs to convert them, and then these are, oh, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. These are 1500cc injectors. I don't know why I say 16. All right, these are Deatschwerks 1500cc injectors. I believe they're 16 millimeters long, and they have all the adapters to fit the E36. I got 3 and 3, so it makes 6 injectors. That's gonna supply a whole lot of fuel and a lot of E85 to that engine, and finally I'll be able to make some big boost with it. Then over here we have the fuel filter bracket. I'm just gonna put the box away. This has the bracket inside. Then over here we have the mighty Deatschwerks 400 liter per hour fuel pump. This thing is a monster. Also, the coolest thing about this is it's super quiet. I can't believe such a pump makes a lot of, it flows so much fuel, yet it doesn't make any noise. It's awesome work, Deatschwerks. It has a little like strainer kit and a couple hoses and a plug and some instructions for you guys. And then last but not least, this one should be the fuel pressure regulator. So this one is a Deatschwerks 1000, same regulator we're running on both Skylines and Adams SR, and yeah, on everything. So I got the same one. We use this thing on all of her builds. Really awesome, super nice to adjust, compact, very pretty unit, also very well machined, high quality stuff. Then in this little bag you have the little bracket and stuff, and then we still need fittings to install all of this, right? I did a thing on Adam's drawer and I have all these spare Vibrant fittings, but we're not gonna be using none of those. I actually got me some Vibrant fittings all on my own. I got this huge bag full of fittings, and then oh my god, it's gonna be epic. Just like, oh no, no, fitting, don't die. We got all of these fittings to make everything work. I got fittings of all shapes and sizes, all configurations, you name it. I gotta like organize this because I made a actual like build layout a long time ago when I was gonna put this on, but I forgot what fitting goes to what. So I'm just gonna have to like spend like an hour organizing all these fittings to know what goes to what. Then moving over here, we got dash 8 line. We got a lot of dash 8 line actually, because I want to run dash 8 lines on this. And then I got dash 6 line for the fuel feed and return from the fuel pump to the surge tank, and possibly I'm gonna be running dash 6 return from the fuel rail back to the surge tank as well, and then just using dash 8 for the feed. I don't know. I still undecided, so let's see what I do. And later I also have this other one, which is the nice colored, like I did on the Skyline R33, the colored version. So it has a red stripe to indicate fuel, but I don't know yet. I'm still thinking about it. If you guys are wondering why it's not on the bag, because the bag for that is this, but I use it to hold all the fittings so I wouldn't have that mess to begin with. Just look at all of these parts. This thing is insane. I filled the entire counter full of parts. So I got all of those, and then I got these over here as well. So like, am I even gonna be able to do this? I need help. I don't know if I can install all of these parts in just 2 days. That's a lot of work. And now that I show you guys all the parts that I'll be installing, let's go ahead and get the car so we can get started on this task. Just look at the nice E36 being all purple and nice, sitting next to the cool purple R33 Skyline. Which one do you guys like best, the Skyline or the E36? Well, I love the Skyline, but when it comes to color wise, I love this color way nicer. I love my car. I always just love getting in my car and seeing my name on the steering wheel. Coolest feeling ever. I still gotta get used to the new lift. Normally we have to like park the car kind of centered, and on this one it's just so cool and just throws me off that we get to parking farther out, so I have to actually push the car back a little bit, pretty much to like right there. So then basically is lined up with the fender, and then the rest of the car almost hits back. I think that's kind of too far back. Hold on, I went too much. All right, I guess like right there, right by the mirror. I think the mirror is like the mark right there. And then we just gotta put this on, but I'm not gonna film that. I need to replace my vinyl on the hood. It's all burnt. We got BMW, S15, and Skyline. Toolbox, crazy card, and pit bike. I'm having a hard time trying to find where I'm gonna install a surge tank, and also most importantly, where am I gonna run the surge tank fuel feed lines and lines to surge tank through, because after looking underneath the car, there's nowhere to like actually route them through without like it being kind of sketchy. The fuel pump factory location is right here, and I want to put the surge tank somewhere in the trunk, so I'm gonna have to run the lines through this cap and then through the side over there, and probably make some sort of like shielding or something for the fuel lines. I'm not giving up. We're gonna try this. So problem I have right now is that I have to route the lines. For example, the factory ones come out here, then go through these nice brackets all the way to the front of the car. Now if I'm gonna put the surge tank back here, or like pretty much where the stock spares tire goes, the lines has to go throughout here, go over the diff and subframe, and make it all the way here. One route I was thinking about just routing them through here with my e-brake lines, which is fine, but I don't know if it's gonna be such a good idea to suspend the fuel lines with that as well. I think there might be a spot to like run the lines through up here. There's a little gap, but I'm gonna have to take the top service lid off from underneath the back seat, or where the back seat is supposed to be, and try to see if I can gain access. If there is, I'll route it through there, then go up here, go up to the subframe, and then over, and then that'll make a really clean install, but that's gonna be a lot harder. I've been trying to figure out how to install the fuel system, so I think this is the most usable place to put the surge tank. I was gonna put it here, but I then will not have any room to put my spare tire for the truck, which anyways, my fuel lines are gonna come out like right around here. I'll do some like notching from the underside of the car, but I already test fitted a tire, and I have enough room to slide tires, so I can fit 4 tires on the back seat area, and then probably put another one or something here. But if I can fit 4 tires over there, it should be good. And then tools and stuff over here. I'm definitely gonna cut this stud out to like get it out of the way. It's really annoying. But very important, today's topic was supposed to be to install a steering shaft. Look at this. This is all free play that I have right now. You can see the tire is not moving while I'm moving this. That's all free play in the steering shaft, which is very annoying. So I'm gonna fix that today so I don't have that issue anymore. And also I gotta go around here, and I need to take the throttle body off because I need to replace my TPS, which has been acting up. Good thing I have the ECU Master standalone, which allowed me to data log and diagnose the problem. I was noticing voltage spikes at idle, so literally the car's idle is supposed to be 0% throttle body, and it was showing spike to 10%, 20%, all the way to 30%, just like a little blip, and that was causing the car to hiccup and almost shut down or shut off. And then yeah, so I got a new TPS. I'm gonna replace that while I replace the steering shaft, which is all the way down there, so I should probably remove this pipe to make it easier. I got the throttle body out, and then I already got one of the bolts for the TPS, so the throttle position sensor. They're out, they're Phillips, they're not too hard to work on. They're kind of stuck, so you have to make sure you put a lot of pressure in and then to it so you don't strip the bolts. And then get them out of there. Take this bolt out. Should just pull right off. Come on, pull off. There you go. So this is my bad TPS. Putting that aside, then we're grabbing the new back in early one. And this one has a green O-ring. And then we just simply slide it Just take that little notch, it has the same shape on the shaft right here. Just gonna go ahead and just slide it in there. Then after that's in there, we are going to put the bolts on. Oh wait, I was filming the wrong thing. It's really hard to like do work and hold a camera at the same time, so bear with me over here. Alright, then grab our screwdriver and tighten it down. Obviously, I gotta put this nut with both hands. Then I won't put the throttle body back in yet because it makes a lot more room with the throttle body out of here to access the steering shaft, which you can't really see. So I'm gonna have to remove it and then explain to you what I'm doing with the new one. Before I remove the steering shaft off of my car, I want to show you guys real quick the simplicity and awesomeness of this Condor Speed Shop steering shaft kit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this. It's gonna be a little slice on packaging. Then we got our main shaft. Then, as it shows over here, that it tells you to like drill those little notches for the bolts to sit on them. But first, for that, we're gonna have to line it up and see where it is before that. So I'll show you guys during the installation. Then, over here, we got one of the U-joints. Very nice. It's like a cool little billet U-joint. Very heavy duty. It got the splines to go on the stock column and rack and pinion. And then the other part is like this rectangular thing for the shaft. This goes in pretty much like this. Very snug. Then once you put that on, then it has these little set screws that you put through, and this is what's gonna pretty much lock everything in place. Here we have the shaft machine, so I pretty much have to put this dimples like this. So, and then wait, hold on, then on the bottom as well. What these do, they'll lock in place the shaft so that it has a good grip on it. I know I kind of like messed up this one, it's a little higher than this one, but I'll probably make it work. Kind of slipped, drilling on this side was really hard. I was trying to do it real quick. But let's test this thing out now. I already got the U-joints installed, and let's install a shaft and see what it looks like. Alright, we're looking good. Now I have the shaft installed on the U-joint. You can see that that notch lines up with the hole for the bolt. So I'm going to put that bolt in there along with some red thread locker to keep it all together, and then we tighten the 13mm knot. Alright, I got the new Condor Speed Shop steering shaft installed. It's finally all in there. I kind of messed up, really. I put the logo backwards, but if you put it like this, then now we're good. Alright, we're good now. Alright, that's out of the way. We finally got that thing on. Now there's one very important thing to check. No more free play. Little wiggle. Little wiggle. Alright. Oh my god, it's so much nicer to not have any free play right now. So much better. That really makes me more relief big boost now. I mean, it's only a little late now. It's only 11 at night, and we're still working here. Well, I mean I, because nobody else comes to help me with this thing. So I gotta do it myself. I'm gonna have fun with it, and then I gotta get the fuel system ready. I was thinking about possibly tonight taking off some of the fuel lines and fuel rail and components to make tomorrow a lot easier for me, because tomorrow I have to get this car running again. So we gotta get to work. Other than that, after I'm finished with everything in the car, I gotta make a video testing everything out, showing you guys how much better it feels and what my thoughts are about the new stuff. And then, oh yeah, I gotta show you this. Look at this. I think this is where I'm gonna put the surge tank, right here. The reason why I want to put it right there is because I gotta be able to put another tire here when I take my drift spares, and another tire here. So that means 2 tires here, preferably. I think I'm gonna cut this stud out, of course, and then 4 tires behind the back seat. So it's a perfect placement. Then I'm gonna run the fuel lines through there, and yeah, so that's all tomorrow. I think this is a good end point for today's video. I believe it's pretty long. So tomorrow I'm going to install the rest of the fuel system, fuel surge tank, that's fuel surge tank, fuel pump, fuel lines, regulator, fuel rail, make sure the flex fuel sensor is working, hook that up with the braided fuel lines too, and competition oil catch can. I don't know if I'm forgetting anything, but I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please smash that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I mean it this time.